You know, in sales, you've got value customers and you've got the cheap customers. The value people want value, they want the good stuff. The cheap people just want a cheap price. But here's the thing, both groups at some point in the presentation typically will ask you for a price discount. The difference is the value-based customer will still buy from you even if you don't drop the price. Of course, the cheap guy isn't going to buy from you unless you drop the price. I remember one time a few years ago, I was buying a new SUV, and we made the deal with the salesman. We're doing the paperwork, and as he's writing the paperwork up in his office, I walk out in the showroom, and sitting on the showroom floor is this beautiful Jaguar XKR. It was my bucket list car, my dream car. You know, when I was a kid, I thought Jags were just the most exotic cars on the planet. So I'm looking at this beautiful XKR convertible, 550 supercharged horsepower, beautiful car, and the salesman walks over to me. He says, "Hey, you want to go ahead and buy this while you're here, today as well?" And I said, "Jim, I appreciate the offer, but one car a day, that's my limit." And so we kind of laughed about it, and I'm looking at the car, walking around the front of it. I see a tag hanging down off the rearview mirror, and the tag says 36 months, 0% financing. And I turned to Jim. I'm like, "Jim, I can buy this Jag at interest-free financing for 3 years?" He's like, "Yeah, you want one now?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I want one. Right, let's go ahead and do it." I was going to do it sooner or later anyway. 0% financing, I went ahead and did it. So we go back into his office, and now he's writing up the paperwork for the XKR, right? He gets down to the bottom of the agreement where he's putting in the purchase price, and he puts the price right off the sticker price, right off the MSRP. And I said, "Jim, what are you doing, man?" He goes, "I'm doing the paperwork." I said, No. I said, "You just put the MSRP on the price." I said, "I'm buying 2 cars today. I've purchased 5 or 6 cars from you in the past. You got to give me some kind of discount. You got to give me some kind of deal on the XKR." Jim looks at me and says, "You know what, Mr. Long? I can do one of 2 things. I can give you the 0% financing, or I can give you a discount, but I won't do both." And of course, I looked at him and said, "Okay," right? Because I'm a value-based customer. You can say no to a value-based customer even if they ask for a discount. The reality is, if you give discounts too quickly, you give away margin that you don't have to give. I mean, think about it. Jim got paid on 25% of the gross margin of that car. So let's say he gave me a $2,000 discount. That would cost him $500 in commissions and cost the dealership $1,500 in gross profit. The bottom line is, you can say no to a price drop with a value-based customer, and they will still say yes to you.